This is the New York Sports Machine on WICR.
Hi there, this is Sammy Garcia alongside John Nickus.
Hey guys, what's up?
And this week we're going to talk about a little something other than, on the court or on the field. Something came up this past week. It was quite interesting. Something about colleges already recruiting kids that are in middle school, like 6th, 7th, 8th grade, specifically LeBron James. So, how did you hear about that, John?
Yeah, I did. I actually watched the video of his son play the other day.
How good is he?
He's really good.
Really? he probably crossed my ankles. But on that note, I have a quote from LeBron James right here. He told CBS Detroit right before a match against the Detroit Pistons on Tuesday. He said, "Yeah, he's already got some offers from colleges, and open quote, it's pretty crazy. It should be a violation, and you shouldn't be recruiting 10-year-old kids." Close quote. Well, how do you feel about this, John?
Well, LeBron really spoke his mind there. I don't know. I guess he doesn't really agree with the NCAA trying to recruit young kids, like that, like LeBron's son.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, I understand. There's a quote from LeBron told the media the other day that that my son is going to be my son. My son is going to be a kid as long as he can be. So James said Thursday after the Cavs shoot around, that's all he needs to worry about. He loves to play the game of basketball. He loves to play video games. He loves to do his homework, all that stuff. He loves his family, his brother, his sister, his grandmother, his dad, his mom. Let him be a kid. That's basically what he said.
Yeah, and like he's just like every other kid. Like my biggest thing about this is like LeBron James' kid's 10 years old. There's plenty of 10-year-old kids that are probably as talented as LeBron James' kid, right? At least right now, like in their stage of their like lifetime. But they don't get this recognition often. But because it's LeBron James' kid, he has to like be put up on a pedestal. He has to be someone that needs to be recognized even before it's a necessity. Because so oftentimes we put these kids in the limelight, in the spotlight, where they shouldn't need to be put in the spotlight because there's so much pressure. LeBron James himself knows that for his fact, how much pressure it can be being in the spotlight all the time. And I think one thing to point out too is that this has happened in the past. Players such as Ryan Boatwright committed to USC before he was in high school.
Right.
A guy named Matt Carlino received an offer from Arizona while he was in elementary school. So you gotta think about how real that is. These kids probably in 4th, 5th grade receiving college, college scholarships for 10 years later. And even someone like Michael Avery, a name I've actually heard of before, he accepted an offer to go to Kentucky, and he was in 8th grade. So this actually is kind of common, I guess.
I guess, yeah. I mean, I guess if you're really good. But the NCAA handbook states that a prospective student athlete is a student who has started classes for the 9th grade. In addition, a student who has not started classes for the 9th grade becomes a prospective student athlete if the institution provides such an individual or the individual's relatives or friends any financial assistance or other benefits that the institution does not provide to prospective students generally. What do you think about that?
I mean, it's interesting. I mean, basically what that rule just said is that these colleges that have been sending, LeBron James Jr. These scholarships, they haven't broken any rules. That's basically what that just said. They're just doing their job, doing their job to basically recruit the best they can. I don't know, but I don't know if it still changes my opinion on the matter. He's still a kid. I remember my kid years now. I'm much older. I have a lot of other stresses, things I wish I could still be a kid right now. So I think LeBron James' kid should be allowed to enjoy this kid years while he has them, and not have to worry about things like such college and scholarships and like his career and stuff like that right now.
Yeah, that's exactly what I think.
Because I think for now, basketball right now is for him is fun.
Exactly. Yep.
Where for his dad, basketball is really more work.
It's work. Yep. It's a job.
So right now, these guys, the colleges are trying to make basketball work. Even in college basketball, like when you're in college basketball, you're playing for a scholarship. You play to keep your scholarship. You play. This is work. You know, it's not like fun and games anymore. I mean, you might love the sport, but it becomes work. The one thing I want to transition to right before we end this session is the one and done. I thought it'd be a good moment to bring it up, kind of, since we're on college basketball rules. How do you feel about the one and done where each player can't go straight to NBA from high school and have to go at least 1 year of college or overseas?
I like the idea. You know, it's a good idea. You know, they should at least go to 1 year of college basketball before they can transition over to the NBA. I know that's what the NHL does too. So I mean, it's common ground, I guess, for all sports, and it makes sense. You know.
I see where you're coming from there. I like it for two reasons. One, because it enhances college basketball. You know, it makes it more exciting to watch because like all the top players have to go to college to watch it now. To play before they can go to NBA. So we as fans get to enjoy college basketball. I also like it because I feel like it gives players time to develop. You know, the worst thing you could do is come straight out of high school, go straight to the NBA, and like flunk out basically because you didn't have the experience. You know, because we weren't physically ready, mentally ready, and and your work ethic wasn't ready. You know, so I think college is that bridge between it.
Oh yeah, that's a great point. Yeah, I agree with you.
So on that note, Sam Garcia alongside John Nickus, and see you next week.
See ya.
Deuce.